Hello and welcome to 5-Minute Math. Today we are looking at the Algebra 1 concept of writing linear equations. This is standard A.2B in the great state of Texas, and we are using item number 25 off the 2022 released STAAR test. If you haven't done so already, please go ahead and take a moment to pause the video, work this problem out on your own, unpause it, and we will look at our answers together. So we have 2 points plotted on this grid, and we need to find slope-intercept form. So that's the y equals mx plus b. If you forget, it is on your reference materials, so we've been doing this for a few years now. That m, remember, represents our slope. The b represents our y-intercept. All right, so they gave us 2 points, but they haven't plotted them for us, so that's not too hard. So my x is -2, my y is +6, and I'm going to end up making this my x1 and my y1. I'll tell you why in just a second. And then right here we've got an x of 1, y is -4. Let's make that x2 and y2. The reason I need those is because I'm going to use my formula for slope. Change in y over change in x. That's going to help me figure out my slope because all I need is 2 points and I've got them. So we label the points to make sure we don't mix them up. So my y2 is -4, my y1 is 6, so -4 minus 6. And then my x2 is 1, and then my x1 is -2, so 1 minus -2. So that's going to be -10. Those two end up adding because 2 negatives make a positive, so -10 thirds. Well, looking at that, looks like D is really my only option. So let's finish this to make sure. It definitely is a negative slope, but that doesn't really help me, and that's not a straight line. So I need this y-intercept is what I need. I know it's a negative slope, but all 4 answer selections are negative slope because it's moving down as you go from left to right. So now what we need here is we need our point slope form. So this is the third formula that we're using here. It's also on our reference materials, and it's y minus y1 equals m x minus x1. You ever wonder where that comes from? You just take your slope and you just multiply both sides by x minus x. And that's what you get because those two cancel out. You get your point slope form. And let's take 2 points. Let's just take this right here. Doesn't matter which one you do. We're going to plug this in. So y minus, and then what's my y coordinate? -4. So y minus -4 equals, what's my slope? -10 thirds. Remember, slope is represented by m. X minus, what's my x coordinate? 1. All right, so now I need to distribute this out. It's going to get a little bit weird because we got fractions all over the place. So y minus -4, those two make a positive, so it's going to end up being y plus 4. Distribute this out, -10 thirds x, and then I need to multiply 2 negatives, make a positive, so I'm just going to end up, now it's times 1, so that's easy. So that's going to end up being plus 10 thirds. So now what we need to do is we need to isolate this y to get our y-intercept. So we're going to end up subtracting 4 from both sides. Okay, so we're going to end up, what is this? 10 thirds minus 4. Okay, so let's put this into thirds. All right, so I'm going to do 10 thirds minus, let's see, if I multiply by 3 over 3, right, that's going to end up being 12 thirds. So 10 thirds minus 12 thirds, that's going to get me -2 thirds. And that's what I was looking for. So y equals, I've got my slope of -10 thirds, x minus, and then this 10 thirds minus 4 ended up being that -2, that 2 thirds right there. So here we go. My answer is D.